Harey Situation. They must be the Loporrits mentioned by the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let's be about it. Oh, it actually hums. Okay. That sounds like a retro theme. I wonder if that was from like Final Fantasy IV somewhere. Leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singingway's the name. I'm in charge of construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Theris, and that's a promise. Blem, blem, blem. Leader? No. Sleeping Way is my... Oh, they all have whatever way, right? Sleeping Way. My job is... Perhaps I'd better ask. Wasn't there also a character named Naming Way? Or am I misremembering? What? How in the... So fluffy! When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader? Were you the one giving orders earlier? Hum, hum, hum! I kinda wanna do that and see if it makes the noise. What was that supposed to be? Your humming, if one can even call it that, is atrociously off-key. It should sound more like this. Sounds the same? As leader of the Loporrits, I cannot allow substandard attempts at musicality to go unremarked, even if you are a guest. But being the magnanimous sort that I am, I'll forgive you this once. Well, well. Looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children? What must their parents be thinking? Oh, because they're used to seeing Ascians or Ancients, much taller. This isn't a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must take you to meet the others. They didn't correct him about being not a kid. If you could run along back towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center, if you should find yourselves lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporrits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Theris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name. Map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiark's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents set you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
I guess that's one way to put it.
Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here we have Aetheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiark around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Aetheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
Jesus. Okay.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Aetheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core.
Oh no. Does that mean we can't save the world?
So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Aetheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
This little fucking passive-aggressive rabbit.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
But where? If all the worlds are destroyed, just an entirely new star, new solar system?
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold.
See, now I'm wondering, considering what was happening in Labyrinthos with the massive, quickly gathered materials, animals, etc., do they know about this? Or are they in parallel, essentially trying to do the same thing, but they have no way of getting off the planet, so they're just trying to hunker down in it?
And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Okay, but from a game perspective, how the hell, let's say this is true and we can't save Hydaelyn, the planet. How do you avoid the issue of not being able to go back to all of the previous locations unless all of that is somehow duplicated on this new star?
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
But that also means the First and the other planets are just fucked, because they're not going to get picked up on this moon with us. They just go kablooey.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers.
Wait, so there was a difference between Elidibus and Zodiark. So if Venat is the heart of Hydaelyn, is there still someone, like, we've been talking to probably Venat. Is there a disconnect between her voice, and Hydaelyn? Like, maybe we haven't really spoken to Hydaelyn, even though we thought we were.
We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
Yeah, I want to know
We
that.
identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement.
How long is that gonna take?
No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Outside help? Okay. So the Forum does know. That would be the outside help.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Let me explain.
Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Yeah, not anymore.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Etheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed.
A few pages?
The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
What? That's a very thin book for such an important topic.
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
What? Panicking. What is going on?
Livingway, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in their terrible grandeur, so it's imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there's anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Best Ways Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. Ahem. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aetheris rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let's take this opportunity to learn more of the Loporrits and this vessel. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production, Livingway. Pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Why, I've practically worn the words from the invaluable pages. Now, if the food tastes bland and bad, then that definitely would indicate that it was from the Charlean scholars. Those guys are the ones giving them the source material. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up, and we're all quite famished. Up along the platforms here, and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. You got hamburgers? You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Which carrot will you choose? The unassuming orange carrot, the peculiar-looking blue carrot, the vibrant yellow carrot, the ominous crimson carrot. Let's try that crimson carrot. The soft texture and redolent aroma of this crimson creation belie its staggering weight. The excessive length and girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed as to the nature of this carrot. Yep. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot from now. Oh, come on. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Livingway whether it's safe to eat first. That's no fun. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Yeah, this obscenely large carrot. Ah yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Okay. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. The carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, what was that little psych-up animation he did? As you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. A newfound vigor begins welling within you. The rumbling of your stomach, however, suggests it may simply be indigestion. So, not great? Iron carrot. Full of vim and vigor. Okay. What did you think? Unlike anything you'd ever tasted, yes? The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost to endurance it promises makes the perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. Oh, that must have been the other colors. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. Are you going to expect people to just eat carrots the entire time they're looking for a new planet? These carrots are extraordinary. Yeah, well, what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see the demand for these, and now if I say Charlian, will they know? I'm gonna try this one. I can certainly see the demand for this in Charlian. Oh, Charlian, what in blazes is that? So they don't know about Charlian. Okay. I take it you two had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else? If I might ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Etheirys? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so I imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for the encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss as to where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? I mean, his name is Cookingway. You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency. And what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? Rather strange approach to take for one named Cookingway, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cookingway isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue, you know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language, adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Then we found terms related to our given tasks, and used them to form our new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Etheirys as well, you'd be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. They are really cute. I think we've all had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Are they all going to be the same tunic, or like the same outfit for everybody? Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Hydaelyn, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the selfsame affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra viz we need. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has been also taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Ah, it's you! One of the visitors from Aetheris. Goodness me, Mappingway wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh, right. You're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? Oh. An outfit that embodies my bloodlust. Something simple yet functional. A fashionable and refined ensemble. I'm not a Reaper yet, so I'm not going to do that one. Let's try a fashionable and refined ensemble. Fashionable. Right. Oh god, it's going to be the same outfit for all of them, isn't it? Ahem. This will only take a moment. That is not fashionable. That is, whoa. With an Allegan mask? Oh my god. There we are, all finished. Perfect fit if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion on Aetheris, but I'd wager no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine ensemble. Perhaps you could start a new trend. Am I wearing also a dress? What is this outfit? Would you look at that? Speechless. And here I thought you might not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'll be happy to oblige. Are they just gonna all give me the same outfit? You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment changes area of effect. Interesting. Speak with the restless Loporrit to restore or prolong the garment change. So maybe I can try different outfits? Oh. Okay. So... let's try a different outfit, huh? Ah, no one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You should try my clothes, really? Of course. It would be my honor. Did you have anything in mind? Got anything with a little more flair? I'm looking for clothes with an altogether different design. Yes. Surprise me? That's not going to be good. Flair is going to be ugly, isn't it? Let's try a different design. I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. What the hell? What are those arm things? Okay, it's still the same mask. That's somehow uglier than the other one. Some of my best work yet. You're a strange one, aren't you? I honestly wasn't sure what to do when you didn't ask for anything specific. I take my work seriously, however, and am never one to disappoint. That ensemble is a blend of concepts from myriad professions, all-purpose attire for the modern man of Aetheris. Speechless again. I was worried about how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Livingway? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. Ugh. You must continue wearing these garments. Okay. Can I talk to them again and change it? Ugh. God. This is like what outfits were like before you could just glamour everything. It's like, hey, I got some new gear, level 10. Oh, it looks like shit, but I have no choice because it's the best gear I could wear at this level. Alright, Livingway. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, I know, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh. You needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and with Loporrits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations. Oh god, I want to see what they look like. I can't wait. What are the clothes? Oh my god. Actually, I mean... Oof. Urianger. Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Hers isn't as bad. Jesus Christ, verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Wait, he likes it? What the hell is that? What are those arms? Oh my god, those fucking masks. I'm speechless. I think it's past time we return these clothes. Oh my god. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval, sigh. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Etheirys, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we're not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when we'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Uh-oh. Not that I'm aware of. He's gonna be worrying about Reen. We were born of Hydaelyn's love for Etheirys, and the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all? I suppose you're right. Livingway, might we leave to explore the Bestways Burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Okay, Urianger, what are you thinking? You're doing the pondering thing again. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There's actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Wait, what are you guys going to talk about? Oh? A tiny bunny. Can I help you, little bunny? Ah, my apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Etheirys, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Etheirys refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. You guys did alright. You did your best. Oh, but wait! You still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growingway, by the way. See you soon! I mean, knowing our luck, the domiciles will be just like box-shaped, coffins, essentially, for everybody to live in. You're here, you're really here. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Gaddis Ranifar, eh? Crikey, your names are amazing. Well, Gaddis, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Sure.
Ready in the teleporter.
Oh? What? Am I not allowed to teleport? Only bunnies?
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh, did he just take me back to the entrance?
A private audience, as thou didst request.
Oh?
For reasons I know not.
Oh, I'm gonna accidentally eavesdrop on these guys.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
Well, because nobody wants to have to live on a moon ship. They just want to live on their planet.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
Why him specifically?
Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
Oh god. I mean, that's kind of a little brutally honest to him, since he's been lying quite a bit over the years.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Deception path? This time you don't want to go down this path, but I guess you're going to anyway.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me!
Oops.
I was terribly sorry for the mix-up.
Oh.
It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realised the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Oh, damn it. He already left. What did he say? Come on, Urianger. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. You really would have liked it. Oh, that's good. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this for far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Etheirys wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Curatorium, but wait till you see what's waiting for you on the east end of the borough. Follow me. Good, you're here. Through this door is the greatest Endsvale. It was named as such because it's the Vale to end all Vales, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Etheirys enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll at the fountain? This way. What? But this isn't a forest. This looks like an amusement park or something. It's interesting, but it's more like the Disney light show than a fucking forest. So what do you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? I couldn't see the forest or the trees. I didn't see any. Wait, you don't mean those crystals out there? 'Tis as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. No. I didn't see anything. Right you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. Oh. No books? I guess not. Nothing, no visual aids? The information sent by our collaborators is quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. What? Why? And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as what you'd find in a forest on Etheirys. Yeah, but it's kind of the whole package that people want, not just clean air. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres. I dare say that unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I mean, that is cool, but it's not natural. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. You want me to stretch? That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply by watching you. A sight worth the many years... Oh, now I feel kind of bad. The many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Etheirys. Could we, maybe? Yeah, I guess. I feel kind of bad for these little bunnies. They did really try very hard. You will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. Alright. Yeah, there's not even grass, it's just like green tile. I was thinking, Gaddis, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there's absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hydaelyn gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hydaelyn shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. Eek. But anyway, let's keep going. It took you 6,000 years to make one of these places? This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? Oh, 4,000. Jesus Christ. It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational till hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where productivity came to a screeching halt when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Etheirys. The Allian's mischief, I think. So Dalamud to them was just like an inconvenience. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiark. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. Yeah, that must have been really weird to just be doing your own thing off in the moon and periodically see crazy flares of destruction happening on the planet. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was this much joyous humming that day. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. That little halo? I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with a device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation to it. So you don't get any radiation from the beams? That's interesting. Pretty impressive when you say. Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed. This forest truly is the greatest. I mean, it's not bad, but you could have had a few more trees at least. It's a little sparse. Yeah, 4,000 years, I think you could have afforded to have at least twice as many trees. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which is all well and good, except we knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Etheirys. Why not go and visit Etheirys yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or our knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Yeah, but you guys are talking with someone on Earth, so who are those people? Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to help find people on Etheirys we could trust for help. We are quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Okay, you guys need to tell me if you're talking with the Forum. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually, she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like the greatest Endsvale, I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour? A shame we missed it. Growingway, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporters to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so all of you are more than welcome to continue looking around the burrow. Now come along, Growingway. Okay, Urianger, what did you talk about? Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? Yeah, actually. They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will be met with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There's another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Just tell us, though. You don't have to hide it. Of course, we can accompany you if you'd like. He's gonna say no. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you'll excuse me. Yet you're on a planet, and you say, or on the moon, and you say, oh wait, I gotta go do some things. Wouldn't people say, well, what the hell things are you gonna be doing? Just don't get in trouble. 'Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Etheirys is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Oh, fuck. Back to old tricks. By now, Thancred can tell when his friends are up to something. Please, Urianger. Please. Did Urianger seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean? I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Yes, I'd be happy to. Y'shtola and I will remain here and see what it is we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this sooner rather than later. Let's see if we catch him in the act of whatever he's doing. What? There he goes. Get him. Urianger appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestway's burrow. Now where is he going? Just stop him right there! Or do I have to hide from him? Urianger ventures off into Mare Lamentorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, and else he might sense your presence. It's another one of these. I'm not a super fan of these Assassin's Creed type, like, hide from the person missions. I wish I could just run up to him and say, where the hell are you going? You have to tell me where you're going. I might have to bolt. Oh, what? Come back here, you ass. Ooh. No, no, no. I'm very tall and I can hide very well behind these rocks. Oh shit. Oh, that was a quick one.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
What's going on?
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Livingway, I presume?
Some of it, yeah.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again.
Just tell me.
Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity? When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the Scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter.
Well, to be fair, you didn't have much of a choice. What else would they have done?
Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs.
Well, that is bad. You should have learned from that.
That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Scions.
You're still She was really important to you, wasn't she? Man, that sucks. I feel really bad for Urianger. He's kind of been through a lot, and he's always sort of had to do it, or felt like he's had to do it on his own. I just wish he trusted in me and in the other people just to tell people what's going on.
In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
What could you have done, though? Offer your ether instead? They had a very specific situation there that was the problem. It's not your fault.
Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot?
What are you trying to get at?
How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the cost. Not this one. Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. That's what Vertra said to me. Protect people, but not at the cost of yourself, please.
Sage counsel indeed. I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement.
You'd be surprised, man.
Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly.
Just please tell me what's going on, please. Please.
I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrits proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond.
Okay, what was the proposition, though? Can you at least tell me that?
'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scions' behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've had bugger all!
You have big ears, too. How do you not hear?
No matter. We've got our plans.
What? Was that an evil smile? In truth, my reasoning for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own, a plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that failure should it come would be mine alone to bear. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, and so I ask, wouldst thou join in my endeavor? Of course! Oh. Okay. Yes. Please, let's work together. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan, in truth. We shall not be long away from Bestway's burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Etheirys. See, now we know the place is called Etheirys, but people on Etheirys don't know it's called Etheirys. To make clear resolve to the Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Ah, an abundance of spongoi. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiark's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the new Mo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? Sure. Oh. Surveying the nearby area, you see no signs of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. Okay, did you pick the little funguses yet? Urianger remains fixated on his work. There, 'tis done. A magicked ink. Every ons is efficacious as that crafted by the Numo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is, admittedly, possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Goddess, Urianger! Oh, thank goodness, I thought you had been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Y'shtola has been looking all over for you, Gaddis. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak to Gaddis alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Urianger. Wait, what? That's suspicious. But worry not. It just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestway's Burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporrits, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Well, I suppose I should be going then. How about an extra pair of hands before I go and meet with Y'shtola? Well, that's convenient. Suspiciously convenient. Yes. Are you insinuating I would betray the trust of Highland's Chosen? Or worse, do anything to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side? She's clearly not one to be crossed, nor made to wait. Now off with you. Worry not, Gaddis. I shan't be long. Fucking rabbits. Now we find out if she really did have something to talk to us about or not. Oh, Goddess, we thought you would be away for far longer. A dire emergency? I said no such thing. God damn it! But as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. How about we go back as soon as we've heard that you didn't say the thing that they claimed that you said? Runningway, a companion of Growingway's, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he's determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anything he's likely to stop and rest, or is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest, or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we should just wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and no? Well, if it's really that important. You can try using these balls of moose flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. Ahem. Runningway's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd, and when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. What? Crude, but if it proves effective. He was here in the greatest Endsvale when we last saw him. Let's split up and find him. Alright, so he's chatty. Oh, I got him! Ow, that's smarts. If this was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. Stop running. Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days? Ha! That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got the time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Hyland did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other Loporrit around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they'd better hope I don't get my paws on them. Okay, something's going on here. Sorry I couldn't have been more help, but if there's nothing else, I've got work to do. And I'm off. What is going on with these little scheming Loporrits? I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? Funny thing, that. So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growingway? Well, you see... I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway. Between Growingway's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. Yeah, I agree. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. How about we all split up and I go back to where Urianger is supposed to be, and you guys can do the reading. Alright, what's going on? Oh, what to do, what to do. I promised Livingway I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Loporrits are up to something, but if there's aught to be learned from the final days, I think it's best we play along for now at least. Well, you don't need all three of us there for that, do you? The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but... The moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Etheirys, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we had to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. What? Ah, so that's Livingway's game. Run us around in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Etheirys and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Etheirys will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Oh, shit. What? Are they gonna fight me? Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'm gonna smack all you little fuzzy buttums. I'm gonna smack you all down. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argus awaits outside. Why do we have to split up for this? So you can make me fight them? Uh-oh. I hate attacking little helpless bunnies, but you made me do this. You forced my hand. Oh, god damn it. Dumb bunnies. Oh, god damn it. Ah. I gotta get the hell out of here. Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Urianger. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Etheirys and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Livingway, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh good, we got to him in time. Holy shit.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe.
They do care in their own little silly ways. I kind of actually feel bad for being mad at them.
If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
It's not what you've made that's the problem.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Livingway, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
What's your name?
My
Puddingway.
name is Puddingway.
Yes, try to figure out something for that Urianger, please.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Livingway. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer, the anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee.
Oh, the ink.
Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Livingway's compendium.
Oh, that was sweet.
An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
What? No, no, no. Oh.
Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home.
Oh, he's worried about his daughter, their daughter. Oh.
Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Oh. New color? Orange. Urianger? That flower. How came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. Elpis?
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
Yeah, because I kicked their asses, so I'm sorry.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Yes, please tell me.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
Okay, that confirms it.
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement.
That also explains how they insisted they knew when the final days were coming.
Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
For sure, you got some splaining to do. "'Twas a relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink." Yeah, I thought she was just gonna break it on the ground. "To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Just be careful, Urianger. Take care. I want to see you survive to the end of this. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, and all our fellow Scions. When next I return to Etheirys, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits." Well, as a positive, he finally learned to confide in other people. So he stopped his deceptive ways, and he's turning a new page, as it were. So I'm glad about that. I'm very glad. I'm going to miss him a lot, but hopefully we'll see him again before this is over.